Welcome back to day 2 of Morning Manna. Today, let's examine the fear of missing out a little more deeply. The Oxford English Dictionary added FOMO, the fear of missing out, to its lexicon in 2013, but the term actually originated at Harvard Business School in the early 2000s. In the wake of the tragedy of 9/11, the new cohort of business majors grappled with the brevity of life, becoming obsessed with the experience all life had to offer and while they still could do that. One grad student, Dan Herman, described the fear of missing out as pervasive apprehension that others might be having rewarding experiences from which one is absent. You know, with the onset of smartphones in the intervening years, the term has morphed from obscure to commonplace, and 24/7 access to other people's attention has become the accepted norm. And while this phrase is new to the human lexicon, the concept is not. King Solomon was considered the wisest man to ever lived, and even he grappled with this fear. In Ecclesiastes 2 verses 4 and then verses 8 through 11, we read this: I undertook great projects. I built houses for myself and planted vineyards. I amassed silver and gold for myself and the treasure of kings and provinces. I became greater by far than anyone in Jerusalem before me. I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I refused my heart no pleasure. Yet, when I surveyed all my hands had done and what I toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun. You know, this search for wisdom gained through some experience also has its root in the original fall. When reading from Genesis 3 verses 1 through 6, it says this: Now the serpent was craftier than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The woman said to the serpent, We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God said, You must not eat from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die. You will not certainly die, the serpent said to the woman, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took and ate some of it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. And thus, the original fall of man. You know, social media often fuels our fear of missing out. We see the beautiful lives of others, or really more accurately, the beautiful staged snippets of other people's lives, and we long for that. But we have to find joy with the people who share our homes and hold our hearts. The way not to buy into this fear of missing out is by opening our eyes to what surrounds us right now. Finding the magic in our lives, because often it's hidden in plain sight. When we see what is wonderful around us, we can change our fear of missing out to the joy of missing out. FOMO into JOMO. And it's only by keeping focused on God and trusting His plans for us, remember our purpose from yesterday, that we can silence and defeat the work of the enemy and his tool, the fear of missing out. Jesus had this to say in John 14:1. Do not let your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. His command is so clear, so simple. Do not worry. Believe in God and believe in me. You see, He makes our path straight. He guides us along still waters. He restores our soul, and He knew about us before we were born. He sees our lives from beginning to end, and He alone determines our destiny. If we are meant to do something, or if we're meant to have something, or if we're meant to be included in something, we will be. Because where He wants us is where we'll be. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.